Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining this Tokyo session. I'm using HourGlass with the double blessing strategy. I'm looking at Usdjpy. You can see we've got this moving average cutting through the middle at that line of 0.67. We've got US dollar considerably stronger, 63 than Japanese yen 27. So that's the base units, the US dollar, and then the one that's being traded is the Japanese yen. So it's so many takes so many Japanese yen to buy one US dollar. So at the moment it's 110.076. That's on our open of Tokyo. So the market's just shot up off that line. So actually that would have been a good trade. When you're setting up, it's always good not to rush and just to find your bearings. You're not looking to keep pressing the button. It isn't the purpose of this. It's slow and steady wins the race, and being consistent and tracking your results. So at the moment, what I am doing is marking up my charts, and I'll explain why. So I'm on the 15-minute. The green are my hourlies and the white are the dailies, and you can see the price is moving up. So these have now become floors. So these are lines of support and resistance. So your best line of resistance becomes your perfect floor for the buy. You can see it respected that area, although we're trading usually off the 5 minutes. Now you can see it says hidden bear there. We'll go into that in a minute. But there it is at that 0.76. So I'm just going to take another line and put it on the previous candle, change the color to blue, put it there, and put one, clone that, put one there. And you can see we've got a sort of a zone going on there because there's little wicks. So I'll just put it on top of that wick because if it is carrying on up, although this is now an indecision candle, then that will become a floor. So that's our 15 minutes, the previous, and then I've just got, happens to coincide with that on the current candle. You don't want to put a line on this one because price is still moving. So then once we come to the 5 minute, which is our default position for trading, we're trading with the 5 minute candle. Just do this. Okay, so this is our daily range. The green is the hourly there. Right, these are stronger levels on the longer time frames of support and resistance. And then the blue I've got as my 15 minutes. So you can see it probed down. This is a 15-minute moving average here, this little blue line that perfectly touched that. We're now at 5 minutes past, and you can see it's respected that 102 upper level. These are auto lines of support. So really, you might think this looks complicated, but if you just follow these lines, once you've drawn them on, and that took me less than 5 minutes, then you just need to trade off the lines. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you what trades to take. I'm just saying this is what I do. And I've been doing it this is into my 4th year now, and we absolutely love this strategy. So what we want here on the 5 minute is that's a good area on the 15 minutes, which is that 0.76. If we could get it to come back to there, because that's an hourly line, and then the blue one is 080. And then you can see on this one, the 076, that green one, how it matches up along here, how price has used it before. And there's this other area here that I'm interested in, 071, because that's a rolling line of support and resistance, the blue one. So what we've got happening now at market open is price is pushing on up. So given the strength of the US dollar against the Japanese yen, I probably, if I show you on the currency strength meter, then you can see the US dollar there, Japanese yen, the weakest, again with the Australian dollar. And I have looked at Forex Factory News, and there's red flag news in the afternoon, it doesn't affect us now. And that's on Canadian dollar and US dollar. You can see how strong the US dollar is against the Japanese yen for a call, for a buy, which is why I want to look at that. So I'm going to come over to my hourglass and see, this is Usdjpy. We're taking a 5-minute. Oh, I'll tell you something I've forgotten to do as well. Let me just stop share. I forgot to stream live into the group. Sorry. We've got a lot of members. Right, let's just put that in the group. Right, we're going to come up to the 15-minute now on this double blessing strategy. We generally take trades off the hourly or the 30-minute or the 45. Okay, that's streaming fine. So let's just leave that and share screen again. Hourglass, there we are. So you can see what's been happening, US dollar 60, Japanese yen 20, how price has, that's our 067, about 071, which I mentioned to you. Next area up is 07076, which is that line there. And floors become ceilings, remember, there's a ceiling at that 076 level. So that's resistance, so that will become a floor, which it's doing there. And then 008, which is there, which is picking up that red line there, which is these are lines of support and resistance, the red and the green. And that was called at 089 4 minutes ago. So why don't I want to take this trade for a call? Well, number one, it's not, we like to have the 4 greens. So we like to have the currency strength in our favor. I want a green up arrow with a green call. I want it off, preferably off these green lines here, to show that it's given us the biggest ping factor back to the line of oversold, because that will be a strong line of support. So it may be, see, we're coming up, as we come up here to the 15-minute, it may then turn, because price always moves in waves, as you can see here. It may, on the 15-minute, turn for the put and then turn back, or it can carry on up to the half hour and then turn back at that point. So we've got US dollar 53, Japanese yen 11. It is pulling back now. So if I come over and look at, you can see it's just on that. These blue lines are the 5-minute lines, 0.95. So these are lines of support and resistance on the 5-minute. Now they're not as strong as the hourly lines, the longer time frames, where 60 minutes is one candle, and obviously the daily. So if I show you on the hourly, you can see price, this 1 candle per hour, how it has moved up steadily and is still on its way up. That's the hourly. So it could well want to carry on up here because that was a strong open off that green hourly line, and it's opened again on the 15-minute. If I show you on the 15-minute, you can see how it's all that, use that line all the way across there as a level of support, 0.95. It's come off there on the 15-minute, and you can see our 200 moving average also moving up. Now back here we've got something called hidden bull, but we have got a hidden bear which is more recent, which means it's starting to say that the directional trend is going to be down. So we can see that reflected over here in the 57, it was 53, but it is still strong at the moment on here, very strong. So we just want to let cashtrap do its thing. We don't really want to go against what we are seeing because that can be very confusing. And we are scalpers. We are down on the 5 minutes for a 3-minute trade. So we will stick with this for the 15-minute. But I want to see a pullback before I get into it. It did give us a put there, but it didn't really move. 2 minutes 45 left. I am at coming up to 2.5 minutes before the 15-minute candle. You can see it's heavily overbought. It's above the red lines at the top, heavily overbought. So for a put, you'd want another put, probably will give us a put because it's up in the Bollinger Bands, and a cross down and a cross down. But that's only going to be like a 3-point trade because we haven't got the currency strength in our favour. And also you can see consolidations now starting to happen as these Bollinger Bands start to level out, and as the line goes through the middle, this longer term line, the 200 exponential moving average, which is measuring 200 candles over any particular time frame that you are selecting. So it's a longer term rolling line of support and resistance, of which price is still above. So I'm expecting it to come back to that. Either it'll come back to that, test it again and carry on up, or it'll come back to that and then do a break and a retest and go down. And that's how price always moves. It can only do two things, a rejection off and carry on up, or a breakdown to the lower side, a retest and go. And in between big moves, it rests along these moving averages in between making moves. So I don't want to take this for a put. I'm going to just have a quick look through the other pairs, but we will come back to this for the 30-minute mark. So what I'm going to do is go to one of my accounts, and I'm going to, there's 70% on Usdjpy. I'm going to see what the other payouts are. When it says over the counter, you don't want to trade that because it's trading against the broker. It means it's not offering it on the market. These are all down at 50%. We don't trade under 70. So the only one that I want to trade on this account is Usdjpy, because I don't trade these other pairs here that are listed. And these are far too low on the payouts. So this is on a 3-minute fixed time. Price is at 0.98. We've got 1 minute to go before the next call, but you can see it isn't in a strong area for us. It's given us a call. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, it's given us a put, at 0.93. So you've got off the line of resistance on the 15-minute. This is a pullback. You've got the Bollinger Band. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You haven't got the currency strength. It was called at 0.93. That's at 0.92. So I'll take a test trade here on a low order size just to see what happens. 3 minutes on the 15-minute fixed time. Remember, this is a pullback. This is a more risky trade. It's trading against the trend, and in trading, trend is your friend. But this is the only payout that I want to look at the moment. So we'll just see how this lines up on the 15-minute for this one. So this tells you your payout here. It's in brown, it'll turn to green if it's winning. I've got 2 minutes 51 left to go. It's just stalling out at that level, as you can see. Because, you know, it may well want to carry on up because it is on the 15-minute. As I say, these areas are not quite as strong. And you can see, in fact, that I can't roll over on this broker. So, and the 15-minute is the more risky trade. So I'm just testing this out. Now it has dropped there at 0.93. But that's on the 5 minutes. So if I drop to the 1 minute, 0.92. So it's below that. So it is coming down. Our next line of resistance or support, there it is going now, is at, there's a blue one, which is our 15-minute at 0.80. Let me go back to the broker. So we're now in profit. It's quite, yeah, it's just sorting itself out. As I say, a riskier trade off the 15-minute. This is trading a pullback. So it's gone down to 0.81 with the next line of support and resistance, as I said, which we marked up at the beginning. Sorry, if you're watching this live on Facebook, then I forgot to press the recording button till 6 minutes in. So I was going through the markups then. So these blue ones are the 15-minute, the green are hourly, which are stronger lines. So I reckon price probably wants to come down to 0.70. And if it does that for the half hour, then we'd take that for a very, very nice call, because price has been going up. Just off that line now, 0.87. I've got 50 seconds left in the trade, 18 minutes past. So this is a 5-minute candle to take us to the 20 past. And I got in at, on that red dot there, exactly on the 30 seconds into the candle. So I'm in for 3 minutes, tucked into a 5-minute candle, because then what should happen is that if you've got your timing right, we're time-based traders, you will clear the trade if you've done your analysis correctly, even if a candle retraces, and those probes and wicks show you retracements, because you're not in for the full 5 minutes. Now, sometimes you can do, obviously, you can do a fixed 5-minute, give your trade time to breathe. So there we are. We've cleared that one. That'll just make a clicking noise. There we are. So that one cleared very comfortably. And there it is there. This is on the 1-minute chart. So you see it's respecting this 15-minute level of support and resistance. Now, from market open, which was here, it's gone up for the 15-minute, which it doesn't always do. It can carry on up for 30 minutes on any pair. This is a weaker, it can be a weaker line. So I took a pullback trade because we know the trend has been up. We can see that on our currency strength meter, US dollar against Japanese yen. So a riskier trade. I was trading the pullback because the trend is up. I'm expecting that to carry on down for the half hour now. And it doesn't necessarily always do that, of course. There's our 15-minute, that little doji there. Now, this is pushed up strongly because price will always move in these sort of waves. So here it is at the 0.94 again. So I could take, I'm not going to because it's riskier, and I'm at the 20 past, but I could take that for another put, but I don't want to do that. I've done one of the 15 minutes. This is Evan Cabral's market timing. So personally, I want to wait for the half hour. I can see that moving average here, pushing up 0.71. So hopefully they will all align like the stars at that point. This will hold price as a line of support and then take that on an increased order size for a call. So once you're thinking about your analysis, then you don't want to rush these trades. There's no point. You're looking for 2, 3, 4 good trades an hour, if that. And once you grow your account, you're looking for 2 or 3 good trades a day. So if we look on here, and that was at 70%. So what we can do now is increase our increase it just to 15. So put some of the so you can put. I could make it exactly. I could make it exactly 17, which would be the profit to go on the next trade. So why don't we try that? And here is our lower line, 0.82. So on here, there's our 0.82. That's the lowest line on the broker. And this green line is an hourly line, which is a stronger line of support and resistance at 0.75. So if we could get this back to 0.75 for the half hour, that would be a very nice trade for a call, as long as we still have, look at all these bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Japanese yen, which is one red one. And if we go over here, there's the US dollar up here and Japanese yen down here. So you can see this is just an easier livecharts.co.uk. It's just an easier one visually to look at. So I could also be trading AUD/USD for a sell on the Australian dollar. So I might go and look at that. But if I look on this broker, it's only at 50%. So I'm not actually interested in that price, still at that 0.82. It's just flatlining along there. And come back to HourGlass because it will have a new candle. Can you see how it's now working? There's that 15 minute. Oh yeah, it's now working its way down, which is great. So there's 0.66 and we were talking about 0.75. And what we want is for our momentum indicators, the stochastic and RSI, to tap these green dotted lines and then cross up like it did here. Can you see it crossed up? It crossed up and there it took off for a very nice trade there. That one a little bit less certain because it did close above that longer moving average, but it was above the already above the red line in the overbought area, and then you can see it dipped down again for market open. So you want to get these nice pullbacks on the stronger lines of support and resistance, the hourly or the 15 minute, and you want everything aligning. So you can see that we've still got 60 to 24. We are now 5 minutes off that half hour. I just want a little bit more of a pullback here, and then we'll take that for a call. Still struggling on that 0.81 area. See it down there, just staying along that level. I don't want to take a trade there. I want to see it come further down to the half hour. Let's come back to HourGlass. Price still pushing down. We put it on the 5 minute on our trading view. Nice green candle there. Show you on the 15 minute. Had a very solid flat top open. Just touching, struggling to get through that area, but as I say, patience pays. So wait until it comes to this zone where this probe is, this wick, at that 0.75, which has been marked up as a previous line of support and resistance on the hourly. So that is our best entry on the half hour, 0.75. That's what I am looking for. Okay, that does say hidden there on the 15-minute, but we're still all right. And there is that 200 EMA at 0.71, and on the 1 minute 0.71, and price is currently 0.74. So it's getting there. So I've got a zone of 0.71 to 0.74 at the half hour, not before. Do not get in at 29 minutes past. And look at that, beautifully lining up. Just got 3 minutes to go before it's 0.66 there. 0.76 is a call about a minute ago. So I'm going to patiently wait, because sometimes price can turn early. I just want to see when. I don't really want to get in before the half past. 26 minutes past now. It's just wicking off it, isn't it? So it's just giving us a little pullback there. So it could have bottomed out at 0.80 again. We'll see, because if you miss the trade, you don't miss your money. So I don't want to get in while these are pointing down anyway. I'm still 3 minutes away from the end of the hour. That's at 0.79. So ideally, I want it in this range down here. I'd like to see it. Can you see how much it's flatlined at the 0.80 though? 0.80. It's just struggling at that level. I would like to see it pull back to here, 7.6 or 7.4. And there is the 7.0. I'd like to see it pull back down to there. It's got a little red candle with a wick there. 2 minutes to go. It is just wicking off it. And it's on the 15-minute level at 0.80 at the moment. So it's this way you have to make a judgment. It's stronger to take it off there at the 25 past. It is still green, but it's wicked off. So it may well call it, that's 0.75. We've got 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to go, 0.81 there. When did it give us that pullback? That was at 26 minutes past. So at the moment it's off a 15-minute line, which is good, but I don't want to press the button until it's half past now. Just turned blue. So it hasn't quite, I'd love to see just a little bit more of a push down. May not get it, but we will see. Yeah, just got a little 57 seconds to go. So it looks like I've missed that one. It's already gone. Don't think that's going to come back for us. So that's the kind of judgment call, because that is a good trade. But I was just hoping for a slightly better pullback. But given that it was off that 15-minute at the 0.80, that would have been okay to have taken that there because of that wick. So that is a very nice move. 7 seconds to go. Let's see what it says on here. So it's a call at 0.76. but you can see it's already moved. It's at 0.88. Oh, in fact, it's changed to a put. So that's interesting. So, okay, so sometimes it's not an exact science. Price can turn at 35 or 40. That's why patience pays. So it looks like we're going to get a better pullback on this 5-minute candle and then be able to take it. See that line at 0.66, which is one of the areas I said, off that moving average. So I'm still liking the look of that. Let me take that off now. We don't need that. And there is our 0.71. Here's the blue line of resistance. So anywhere around that zone, and that's an hourly line. So if I get a nice little pullback on this 5-minute candle for 35 minutes past, then let's look at the 15-minute, see how that's lining up. So we had an open blue buy candle, wicked off up that level, 0.108, opened where that closed, probed down, couldn't make it, closed back up there, but then it's pushing on down on the 15 minutes. It's opened again as a sell candle off that close there, and it's come down to the 0.80, which is the 15 minutes, and it is saying hidden bear, remember. So on the 5 minutes, and let's look at the hourly, see what those candles look like. So we have got it looks like it's starting to stall out, doesn't it? Because we had a strong open candle, failed to reach that level. It's probed up, but it's running out of buyers up at that level on this last half hour of this 1 hour candle. So it is strongly around that 0.80 area on the hourly candle. Now, it doesn't really affect us down on the 5 minute, but it is worth taking note of when you're still looking at calls and puts. So currency strength meter, I still have the US dollar very strong to Japanese yen, so I'm not going to fight the system. I'm going to let the system do the talking. This is the 5 minutes. It's at 0.83 again. Got 2.5 minutes to go until the next call, or next signal. 0.95 is the top level. 0.81, as I said, I'd like it down at this 75 to 71, 071, 075, but we might not get it any lower than the 0.80, which is the 15-minute line. So let's look on HourGlass. It's at 0.80. Now look at these lines. The moving average cutting right through the middle, which is why it's stalling out quite a lot, and the midline, these little lines, midlines here, which are also moving averages, and it just wicked down there to the 0.76. So it's not quite at the bottom again. Got 1 minute 45 to go, but you can see you've had a break to the upside, a retest back, but we're getting quite a lot of constriction now on this level. But I'm not going to fight the currency strength meter, 54 to 17, still saying on the 5 minute. So I've got 1 minute 20 to go. So I'm going to come over here. There's 0.82, 0.82, and we're just going to wait. Let's go to the 1 minute. So you can see how it's using this 0.80 as a strong line of support. That's right on the 1 minute, strong line of support. And just wicking off it. And on HourGlass, I've got 46 seconds to go. Oh, it's up at 0.87, so it's moving a little bit fast. I missed it already on this one again. 34.08, so it's moved 1 minute early, unless it gives me a pullback as it completes this 5 minute candle. So sometimes you can have the best analysis, you can know what you're doing, and you can still slightly miss the trade, because I should have really just gone for when I saw that wick off that level and it had used it as a strong line of support. So I've missed 2 trades I could have taken there. 0.88. So unless I get a pullback, I'm not taking this now. See that wick there? And you can see now it is still carrying on up. That's given us a call at 081, a call at 081. It's at 088, so I need to pull back at least to round about here. I mean, this looks like mountains, but it's a tiny, tiny chart. So that bus has left the station, as they say. Let's see if it gives us a little pullback. No. Don't think we're going to get it. It's now moved up to there. So what I'll do now is have a look at something else, because I've missed 2 good trades on that, but we did do one of them. Which one? So we're 1-0 for the session. Live charts. So I'm going to look at Australian dollar for a sell against the US dollar. It's only got 1 red bar. So it's very weak against the US dollar. This is a 1-day average. So I'm actually going to stop using this one. I'm going to unpin that one and just use the live charts, which I've pinned at the top. That's what most of my team use as well. I'm going to come over to HourGlass. Where are we? 36. And we're just getting another little pullback. Tempting, tempting. Although you can see the dollar's weakened now, 47. Let me just have a look. I just got a little indecision candle there. I think we'll move on as we said we would, because I kind of feel it might be stalling a bit now. Coming down for the hour off the half hour, 210, 225, 230, usually turns every hour. So on the 1 minute, still down at that level though, isn't it? That's 081. It's still respecting that level, still respecting that level. Tried to push up and couldn't. New sell candle opened. That was the sell candle, probed down and couldn't. It's pushing down, failing to take off up there. 2 minutes 21 to go, but it's kind of in the middle. It's not off one of our best areas, although it's off that midline. Still at that 0.8. So I think we'd have to press the trigger pretty accurately, because can you see how the range is now narrowed a lot, and this line is cutting right through the middle. So I think I'll stick with what I originally said, which I'll just go on to AUD/USD, 63 to 47. There is our, it's just cutting up through the 200 moving average. So it's come out of consolidation. It's deciding to trend upwards, which is against what's happening here. So we want to be, according to that, 63 to 47, we want to be taking puts. So a bit of a mixed signal, because the live charts says one thing, but this has just given us a very strong candle up. So let me look on our now these were lines from earlier, so I haven't actually got this one marked up. So this is the, if I go to the daily, so it's the previous candle. I'll take that off. One there, they can stay. One there, those are the dailies. That's fine. I'm going to leave that as it is. That could come down to, you remove some of those. So this is a daily, that belongs to the quarter point, that orange one, which is another line of support and resistance. So that's the daily marked up. Come to the hour. Previous candle, don't really bother with that because it's too small, so I'm going to use that one. The daily line will still work. This is hourly. I'm going to do hourly in yellow. So I can leave the white line. I can make it a zone. Put that like that, then I know it's respecting off the hourly as well. Price is still moving, so I wouldn't want to put anything up here, and it's an uptrend. So now I'll come down to the 15-minute, and I will just make this a bit bigger. 15 minutes. I'll get rid of these. And 15-minute previous candle there, at bottom of that body there, and then actually I'll put it there at the top, and then I'll use a green one. I will standardize the colors, but this is just for the sake of speed. There we are. That's tidied that up a bit. So we've got on the 5-minute where we can get our entries. So we've got a strong level there at 883. Top line here at 922. We have got our moving average cutting through there. So we've had a push up on the 45. Now the currency strength meter does say it's very weak, but we had that strong push up, but it is wicking off it there. So we've got an important level here at the 883, but we've also got a rolling line of support and resistance at 892. So let's come back and look at HourGlass. It's given us a put, the 40-minute candle at 909, so not quite high up enough for me. I'd like a you can see it's in our overbought area. I'm going to wait for the 45-minute candle and see if we get another put. $73 to 31, so it's a riskier trade. I've still got this very weak Australian dollar here though, which is a bit puzzling. So it should come back to that 0892, but we'd like to take it off 922. But it looks like it wants to push up for the hour. So if we come back to the hourly just to see the way the chart's moving, we can see it rejected off that very strong line of quarter point there. And it seems to be making a bit of, but you still see a directional trend down on the hourly, and the moving average is still moving down. 15-minute. Lot consolidation, just pushed up. Strong line there at 937, which is our daily level, and you can see that line of resistance there, so it didn't go above that. And then down at the 5-minute, and price is at 914. So it's not quite up high enough. HourGlass 909. Overbought. Currency strength not in our favor. Moving average just slicing it there. Price has to move in waves, so it's a more of a riskier trade off the 45. So I'm not sure that I want to take it, because it can just carry on pushing up to the hour. Yeah, see, it's a blue candle, because that was a very strong bullish engulfing candle. So you can see these lines are now pointing upwards. So it looks like it wants to go up to that 937, which was the hourly daily range here. So this is a critical area of stronger support and resistance on the hourly there. And you see it respected it as a ceiling. So coming up to the hour to respect that area and then turn on the hour, because we can see that the directional trend is still down. This is a pullback with the moving average also still moving down. Now sometimes price can want to come all the way back up and test this key level, and that is at 7000, but the range has narrowed there. So I'm just going to wait on this call now to the hour and see what happens on this one. Put it back on the 5-minute. 930, so it's coming up to our 937 area. This I'm finding a little bit puzzling, because on HourGlass on the 5-minute we've got the Australian dollar stronger. We have got this now slicing through the middle. It's up at 925. $923, $925, $887. So pushed up very strongly. Go to the hour and then come back, because if it is carrying on up, it still has to move in waves. So up, back to the line to retest 886 and then carry on up, or to drop right down in line with the live charts, which says that the Australian dollar is a great deal weaker than the US dollar. And the payout on here, oh, it's gone down to 50%. So it's still it's that 087 on UJ. So I don't really want to be taking that actually. So, but that's how I would analyze it. So I'm going to come back to UJ. And what can we see on the 5-minute? It's, you remember we had this all the way along at this 080 level. It's still respecting that level, coming up to the hour. And we've got an upper level of 095, 48. Nice strong push up. So if we get a pullback, then I'll take another call on this. So I'm going to go back to this side of the hour. 36 to 17. You can see the US dollar has weakened considerably from when we started an hour ago. We've got our 200 moving average cutting right through the middle. We've got the Bollinger Bands moving up. So that's okay, because we're getting price around this area. We're not going to get that 061, but that's 067, 070. And there is our 075 to 80, which was that level. There's the red line there. It's our 080. So that's been a critical line for us. Here, that on, and I'll just make that blue and thicker so you can see it. Just drop below it now to that 074. And let's look on here. Yep, it's just wicked right down. Still respecting that level. There's our moving average, 0.72, 0.75, 0.81. So if you remember, I wanted it round about here. We did get it tapped that area there. It went right onto the moving average there at 1 a.m. UK time, UTC +1. And there it is, sort of at the half past, it tapped it again. That was the trade I missed, and then I missed another one. There's the 45, so it's just coming down now. So you get a pullback before the hour, before it carries on up. So less than a minute ago, it gave us a put, so that's good because you can see it's into the oversold area. The RSI hasn't quite tapped it yet, so we want that pullback. So that's 0.80, 0.76080. So let's see if we get, it says sell there. So we haven't got the currency strength. The US dollar's dropped to 34. That's just pushed up there. So if I'm going to take this for a call, there's a pullback before the final push up on the hour, because then it would be on the 55. So let's, oh, look at that go. So let's mark a line for the hour. There. Oh, that's a strong one. So 45, there it is on the 50. So I want to pull back to the 55 before it carries on up for the hour. Price, oh, it really has gone now, hasn't it? But that sometimes happens. 52, up at 107. Sheesh. 45-minute candle, 50. 2 minutes left on this candle. Got that next level at 0.95. It's a very strong push up. Again, it's taken it off that 0.80. So I've missed a couple there. We're 1-0 for the session. I missed two good ones. Sometimes it's difficult talking and running these live sessions and taking your own trades. I'm pleased with my analysis tonight. It's you know, it's very comfortable when you just take it at your own pace and understand what you're doing, and you don't have to press the button if you don't feel it's right. And if you've done an hour, then walk away and come back and do another session. Very strong push up. Probably not going to get a trade now off this one. 101. Where's that going? Let's look at the 15-minute. So it looks like it wants to come up to that 168 area there, where it's hit that one before, because that's a that is a daily. See whether it makes that push up to there, where the previous candle was on the daily. just wicked off that 137 area, that line there. $140, which it's respected quite a lot going back there. So we haven't really got that pullback on the 55 happening. It's given us a put, so this is a pullback then. If it respects it, we're getting the momentum, the cross down. So we've got put and the red arrow 1, got a red candle 2 off the Bollinger Band 3, 4 and 5. Haven't got the currency strength. It's got Japanese yen at 3 now compared to US dollar at 50. So this is a pullback just before the hour. So big surge up, push up for the hour. It does a little pullback and then it'll go probably to that 140 level. Then we will see if we've got a trade going the other way. Price turns on the hour. So a long wick there, very strong push up, not giving us much of a pullback, although it did come back to 112. Round about here. Sometimes I like to look at scanner. Just to see if we've got any scans, which I can't see any new scans on Usdjpy. There was one down there. So this is a sell scan. So what's happening is, this is on the 30-minute. So the D point is the top of the scan. So it's moved down 20 pips. So can you see what it's doing is a retest back to that level 159, 1698. So it's given us a D point at 170, which was exactly where we said 170. So what's happened is this is a break and a retest, then a go down, which is what's happening after the hour. So if we look on here, that is the retest back of the D point, and that will be the D point. 15th of June at 11. I need to be on the half hour. I need to have the same time frame on. So that will be the 15th of June at 11:30. Should be that D point. And there it is, 15th of June at 11:30. So that's what, you don't have to look at this. It doesn't affect our trading. It's just when things are changing around, I find it helpful. So that is its upper level, because you don't have to look at the scanner because that line tells you everything. That was the daily high. I've just double checked it against something else. You didn't have to do that. So that's the D point. So it's trying to, it failed to reach it there. Let me see how many pips away that was, 1.5. So actually that is sort of considered a touch back to the D point. So it may not make it up that high, but you can see clearly how the wave has finished, and now it's we've got it coming back down. So I'll come back down to the 5-minute, and it's off that 140 level. So I'm going to wait. We're just coming up to the hour. I've got price here at 129. Damn. 129. it's giving us a call at 129. We've got a red candle behind, we've got a sell, we've got a cross down, we haven't got the currency strength. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point trade. We haven't got currency strength. So 125 on the 1 minute. There it is. So let's see how we get on with that. Now, where am I? I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to just have a look on HourGlass. That's our hour. Remove that. A line, little line there at 126. So our line down there was that 124. Oh, I've just realised that I need to hang on a minute. HourGlass Usdjpy on the 1 minute. Oh, just use that back arrow if you accidentally move anything. 126 on the broker there, on trading view, 126 on the broker. And we are going to look, so I can see what's happening here on the, where are we? So we are, come back to the 5 minute. So we are 2 minutes 18 left of this 5 minute candle. And we are 1 minute left on the broker. Price is at 125, 129. Let's see, it's still red there. Come down to the 1 minute. Let's see. Oh, that is spiky. So I may not get this one. Just spike back up. So what time did I get in? In just past the hour. So it's going to drop. It gave me a break even. So that is a win because it gave me my original stake back because it closed exactly where I got in. So no loss on that one, and we count a break even as a win. Oh, can you see it going now? Just doing the drop now. So sometimes that happens if this broker doesn't allow rollover, but you can roll over with some brokers. I would have rolled that over. There you are. There's that drop off the hourly. That's what's happening there, because it has imbalance here between that probe there and there. All those orders bought up. It now needs to come back down to correct that, to fill that gap here. Okay, so that's me finished for this session. That was 2-0. Thank you very much for joining. Les will be on at 10 a.m. UK time. And wait a minute, I have to kind of we've swapped our days. So I have to try and remember who's doing what and when. So if tomorrow, yeah, Wednesday, Les is doing London at 10 a.m. So thank you very much for joining. I hope you learnt something, and it's a really great strategy. So we're 2-0. I will load this one to YouTube so you can go back over it.